I'm engaged in a First Amendment protected activity. You can talk all you want. I'm just not going to listen to you. No, just go over there. Just go over there. I'm a handful because you just told a man to walk down a public sidewalk and keep moving. You need to get another job, tyrant. I'm going to go ahead and invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, my Fourth Amendment, my First Amendment right to film you. Are you blinding my camera?
I'm blinding your camera.
I mean, I know you want to see my hands. That's fine. I don't mind. You know, officer safety, right?
Are you willing to show your ID or no?
Come on, man. You going to hit me with that?
I'm just asking.
You're asking and not demanding, and I'm going to politely reject that. How about you go ahead and shut up and go on about your day? That's all right. You made the thumbnail. You're making the thumbnail. Good job. Go. Bye, bootlicker. Bye, bootlicker. I am doing my job. I am letting them do their job. I haven't said a word, so shut up. Respect your rights, respect my rights, and go on about your day. Can I assist you tonight, officer? Do you need some help? How about that? Public sidewalk, don't even talk to me. Do your job. I'm in the shade. Don't talk to me. I'm over 25 feet alone. Leave me alone. Unless you want to go on the local news like Fort Worth PD. Just leave me alone. Mind your business. Now that your scene's over, sir, I need your name and badge number.
I'm not done.
You are done. The scene's gone, sir. Okay, what I'm asking you.
I don't like you walking up to me. I don't know you.
I'm asking you to identify yourself, sir. You gave me bad commands. Violated my First Amendment. Back off. Back off. And I am. He told me to go to the tree. I'm working on it. Back off. I'm complying. You need to listen to your sergeant and back off and de-escalate. De-escalate. And Sergeant, I want to file a complaint on that individual right there. I want my federal tax money back for that de-escalation training he didn't get. You should have done that before you got in my face, asshole. I don't know why you guys keep violating people's rights. Member of the press, but go ahead, get in my face next time. I already heard you. Why don't you just go ahead and invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent and go back over there. Top cop, CASHAPP. You want to ask what I'm feeling? Look, ladies and gentlemen, we're live and we got a Darren who wants to come bother me. Jeez, people can't just mind their own business. I'm not, sir. Not yet. And there we have another Karen that can't mind her business. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Someone who just couldn't mind her business. She has to come bother me and infringe on my constitutional rights to film in public. Hey, boss, can I get a supervisor? The only reason they're coming over here and harassing me and interfering with my duties and my protected rights is because I caught them slamming this guy to the ground. I never said a word to him. I know, I've got it on camera. Just have this guy walk away. I have not come any closer for 12 minutes. And until they slammed this guy to the ground, nobody said anything or came over and interfered with my First Amendment protected activity. Just call until you started threatening me with violence. You're threatening me with violence. And you're putting murder gloves on. Look at this, guys. They are murder gloves, sir. Murder gloves. First Amendment retaliation at this point. First Amendment retaliation. But this officer safety shit is getting a little old. Come on, Thor.
Respect your rights, respect my rights. Let's keep it civil, let's avoid the fights. You do your job, I'll do mine. On this public sidewalk we'll both be fine. Respect your rights, respect my rights. Let's keep it civil, let's avoid the fights. You do your job, I'll do mine. On this public sidewalk we'll both be fine.
Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. I had a different little intro tonight. I kind of thought you guys would get a little kick out of that, since Keebler Danger, who I'm waiting to come up here into the to get connected to StreamYard. She actually helped with a lot of the artwork and some of the music on that video. Something that Rami helped put together a while back. So I just kind of want to let the room fill up a little bit. It's kind of what I was doing, just kind of stalling a little bit. And got some really good news, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cases here in Texas that I know of. See, 1, 2, 3. Well, no, 5 cases in Texas, and this will be the first one of the year that we get to update you on some good news. We still got 4 more pending here, and got 1 more pending in Oklahoma. I can't really discuss the details. I can just tell you that it's looking good for us A1 in 2025. So hopefully we can strike it off good and continue to get good and stay good the rest of the year. I'm just waiting for Keebler to come in. But she got well, I guess while I'm waiting for her to come in, I don't know if she's got a good connection or whatnot. I will share the screen with you guys real quick. Hopefully you guys can read this. I'm going to try to blow it up. So she was charged with camping on private property. Oh, Keebler, there you are. Okay. Just waiting for you to get in here. So she was charged with camping in a prohibited area, based on some stupid statute we got. Now, it does say public. Public could be considered private property, but it's kind of a bit of a stretch. Something that the governor put into effect and making all these cities enforce homelessness. She was literally in her van, I think like 10 in the morning. And I mean, it's better if she tells her story, if she gets up here, tells her story. So I don't got to do it. So that way I don't botch anything up. But I was kind of helping her initially with some things and trying to help research and do records. And I made a phone call to the guy at Lowe's that they tried to solicit a phone call after they arrested her. Like, I think like days later, the next day or that afternoon or something. And I got on the phone with him, and he confirmed that they asked him if he wants to solicit, and she was already arrested, cited, whatever she got that. I think she was arrested. Well, they tried to throw a bunch of charges at her. This was this one here. And she just got this literally not too long ago, because she just texted me, and I at about maybe 45, 50 minutes ago, and I decided to put this live stream impromptu up here real quick. So if you guys do me a favor while we're waiting, if you do like Dodd Ashton says, hit the like button, hit it, smash it, make it so. I'm going to go through here real quick and read out a few people. Thank you for coming in. King Bluto, Rick, Brian C, Dove73. And see who else we got in here. Dylan Shea. Keebler's in here waiting for her to log on. Dadasha, Our Guy936. Appreciate you guys coming in. Smashing that like button. If you're just finding me for the first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on. That way you never miss a stream. And there's another Texas guy right there. Trill Spill, Texas. 936, our guy. That's the same area code that good old Miss Keebler's in. So I'm thinking you might be out there, huh? You might be out in that same area. You might be out in that Brian Tyler area, College Station. So I'm waiting. Keebler, what's going on? How long does it take to just click that join button? Conroe, yeah, that's right. I forgot it was Conroe. Conroe's 936 that far up? I didn't realize it was 936. I thought that was like 832, 281, 713.
trying to remember that other one. I think they just 409. So while I'm waiting, you guys don't forget the links. You can always drop me a super chat, super gift, drop a membership, get access to early content. I've been putting out some really good videos lately. I've got them already scheduled all the way out to February 3rd. I've got a video dropping on Mondays and Fridays. Make sure you guys get that membership. 972. I knew it started with a 9. I just couldn't remember it. You also got the pay links that'll get you donation link to help out with the attorney. I'm dealing with my case as well. We got Keeblers that just got dismissed. We got Texas Galatas. We got Manuel Matas. We got Carolinas. We got mine. So, well, you got to make sure you log on to the right account, Keebler. But, yeah, this is good news. First of the year. Texas Galatas trial has been moved. I will update you guys next week on what happens with that one. I believe it's a week from today's date, actually. This week. No, it was 9 days out. And then Wild Journey Free Press Nations got moved out to May. I think Carolina's, I think she's got a hearing this week or next week. So I'm just going to keep you posted. My court date's March 24th. We're just going to keep you guys posted on all these dates. Look at that. Trill Spill, go over them. I got like 3 or 4 new videos in members only. I've been dropping every single day so I can schedule them out. Go check those bad chickens out. Appreciate the new membership, man, by the way. Go check out those videos, man. If you want a good couple of, maybe about an hour and a half of good, clean fun, I got about 4 videos out there, I think. I just uploaded. See, I got one that's in there for this Friday, Monday, next Friday, and the following Monday. There's 4 videos that I dropped in members only today, or over the weekend, I should say. And I just got records back today, so I'm editing another new video that I did on Thursday with Carolina. So, guys, get those memberships, man. I mean, I would rather have you guys get a membership for $4.99, get that early super content, and I get more of those memberships, and you guys get a lot more perks. You guys get the badges, you get the emojis. Trill Spill, put those emojis in there. Look at those emojis. Look at those emojis. I think I've even got one of what's his name? Thor, Pro Size. Cowboy Cop in there. I think I got him in there. Look at those emojis. And like I said, I'm just waiting for her to come in. Tonight I'm streaming to YouTube, Facebook Live. Just trying to get the word out. Man, I appreciate it, Trill Spill. Thank you for that $5 super chat and that membership. It's okay, Keebler. We're waiting on you. We're waiting. We're used to waiting on the ladies. Always fashionably late. I would like to have you tell your story instead of me tell your story. There she is. There she is. There she is.
Right, turn that off.
Hey, you don't have to show your face. It's okay.
Sorry about that. I logged in with the wrong account, and then my avatars were all gone. So
that's all right. Well, let's do this, Keebler. Let's do this, because some of these people in here may or may not know who you are. So kind of just give them a little rundown on who you are and what you do in the community.
Well, I started off as being a supporter and modding for people and dropping links and helping with research. And if someone got arrested, I've made sure it got out to who it needed to get out to let people know. Pretty much I keep track of, I helped Snark and Sass a couple years ago with getting her out of jail for her arrest, and ran that. And I helped Amazing Audits a few years ago worked with Josh over at Accountability for All to help to get him out, so they could get him out of jail and everything, to inform everybody. So I pretty much for the last like 5 or so years I've been just running behind the scenes research and everything, pulling records if I need to, or get records or anything. And here lately, sometimes I record. I have a few cop watches on my channel, but being in my situation, I don't want to draw too much attention to myself. So I
Okay.
try not to interact too much.
Oh,
And
we
this
appreciate
last
we
time,
appreciate
it's
it.
mainly the most cop watches I really have. Like I said, I have a few traffic stops. All the rest of them has to do with my own experience when they come up harassing me and everything. And this last time I wasn't quick enough on the draw to hit the record button and everything, which I regret. But you know, I did get it recorded private. Well, I recorded live, but the volume wasn't there because I was on the phone call when it first started. So the volume wasn't there at the beginning.
Well, we're not we're gonna
And
get to your story. We're gonna get to your story, but hang on, because I don't want them to know all the details just yet. So first off, what was your arrest for? What was the charge?
uh, they said prohibited use of camping on, I think, public property. Prohibited use of camping. And then they
Okay.
also hit me with the resisting charge.
Okay,
To,
so tell us a little bit about how they got you for the camping charge. How did that happen?
Lieutenant Johnson showed up just out of the blue about like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. I was sitting in the vehicle looking at the internet, using the Wi-Fi. I had all my windows covered, which isn't illegal to have your windows covered. I was sitting straight up and down, had the door open, everything. I was just sitting there looking at the internet. He rolled up, basically told me I had to leave, and he didn't want me there. He had seen the vehicle parked there for 2 months, and he wanted it gone. I told him I couldn't get it moved until next week when I could get tow packages and everything. And Lowe's did not care that I was there. They knew I was there. They knew I had been there. They were fine with me. I wasn't bothering nobody. I wasn't causing a scene, nothing. But old Lieutenant Johnson had his feelings in a bun, I guess. Woke up on the wrong side of the bed or something. Didn't get him any. And he wanted to assert his authority. Tried to arrest me that Saturday night. If it wasn't for the fact that I did turn the live feed on, and he saw it, I probably would have been arrested Saturday. Because he
Okay,
wanted to.
and then so that was the first night, right?
That was Saturday night. And come Monday, I swear it was like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, but they have on the police report that it was 10 o'clock, which I could have swore I was at the hospital at 9 o'clock in the morning and everything. So, but they rode up, said the officer said he was sent here from Lieutenant Johnson to see if I was still here. If I was still there, I was being arrested. There was no issue to trespass. They had not spoke to no employee at this time other than uh, a supervisor from Lowe's did call and said that I was fine until I got it towed, to get it towed the following week. That's as far as their communication had ever went. They didn't actually speak to the officer that came out on Monday. So I asked him, I said, have you talked to Lowe's? Have you verified all this with Lowe's? And he basically wouldn't answer. He would not answer the question, just kept saying, to get out of the vehicle, I was under arrest, because that's what Lieutenant Johnson wanted. And I braced myself when he reached through my window, because it was about 4 inches down. He reached through and was able to hit the door lock to grab the handle and open the door. So I braced against the door jamb and just with my feet and laid down in the seat. And he proceeded to forcefully remove me from my vehicle. Threw me on the ground on concrete, which was took my breath away, and told me to get up. He already had me cuffed, told me to get up, and I said no. I pretty much refused to get up. So I was not helping with this illegal arrest, and they called for backup. They ended up yanking me up with my arms. One uh, popped my shoulder out of socket, and as soon as I heard that pop in my shoulder, I told them, something just injured me tremendously. It's starting to swell. It's hurting. My wrist was so swollen from the cuffs, because he had tightened them up first so tight. And when it started swelling, my whole arm just started swelling, everything. And I still have damage from it. I still have, when it gets cold or something, I still get it, still sore to pick stuff up with my left shoulder and use it if I want to try to tighten something or anything. I can't do it. Not with my left. Not with my left arm anymore.
So you went to the hospital and then they transported you to jail after you got medical treatment, correct?
Yes, I did. They did an MRI and said the most that they saw was uh, a bruise. It wasn't fractured. It wasn't broke or anything like that, according to what they said. It was just bruised.
So how long did you stay in jail?
Uh, it was probably until sometime that night. I think it was
Okay,
around
so
eight
you were out
o'clock.
later. So you were out
Yeah,
later Monday night?
yeah. It was before midnight.
Okay, so you were about
The
so you were locked up for about 12 to 14 hours. That sound about
Something
right?
like that. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was. I think about uh 9 or 10 o'clock when they finally released me out the door. I think. I don't
Now,
know exactly times.
when was this again? Was this in September or October? I can't remember.
It was actually August, I believe.
Okay, so was because I know your court date was on
I had a
December.
I had arraignment 2 weeks later, and then I had the first pretrial in October. I
I know
believe it
you
was
went to.
August.
So we knew that you had a court date on December. So what happened with that? Did they reset it further out? Is that what happened?
They reset it. They set it for trial in December. I went in and the most I could do with the discovery. They refused because I was pro se, and they said that since I'm pro se, the most I can see is I have to see the discovery in person in front of the DA. There was like 7 or 8 body cams and footages. about an hour or so long apiece. That's almost pretty much a whole day's worth of evidence. How can someone view and properly prepare for a trial in a case when all they were allowing me to do was see the evidence that they had against me in their presence and stuff? I even filed a motion to the judge claiming the financial instability so that I didn't have the means to keep coming to Brian to see the discovery, to set up appointments to see it, and that under the statute I was entitled to hard copies due to the financial hardships. And that was all denied. So I saw a few little bit of, I saw Yancey's body cam. I saw the footage of Lieutenant Johnson's call 2 days later to Lowe's soliciting trespass. And I even pointed out to the prosecutor the date on that phone call, that how can he have a trespass and arrest me 2 days prior when they didn't even talk to Lowe's until 2 days after.
Now, Keebler,
And it was right there.
let me stop you for a second, because you reached out to me because we needed to get you some help with some things, and I was doing some records requests. I was trying to help you there. I even went to the point of actually calling and speaking to the Lowe's manager that was on that police report that Lieutenant Johnson had solicited at trespass 2 days later. And he actually confirmed everything you're saying right now, that Lieutenant Johnson reached out to him 2 days later, solicited a trespass, and basically that Lowe's didn't come out to them; they came out to Lowe's. So I did confirm that part of the story, and I had it recorded. But the only problem was my computer crapped on me in December. I lost all my files that I had saved, so I don't have that to play for people. But go ahead and tell them from there. After the solicitation of the phone.
You called, I think Monday when you called or so and talked to them. America First had called the day or the day after or so that I was arrested of that week, and that I was arrested. That America First called and spoke to Lowe's, and he also has it recorded that they did not initiate anything. They did not call.
I spoke to the guy on the report that Johnson actually got the trespass approval from.
Yeah, well, I don't know exactly. I just know they talked to the Lowe's manager.
That guy's name, I think, was Anthony, if I remember correctly, on the police report.
I think so. And there was a Sentinel Watch alert in East Texas also called and spoke to Lowe's too during that week. So there is recordings from other people that Lowe's did not initiate any of this. That the cops did all this on their own. And what I was going to go with in trial tomorrow was I was going to ask about the towing a vehicle on private property, because Lieutenant Johnson also in his phone call stated that they could not tow that vehicle without the permission of the business. So if it was public property, then they wouldn't need permission, correct? For a city ordinance.
That's a big gray area, because I know that they can try to wiggle around it, but if, in the most case, when you
see what I'm saying? They're claiming it was. I keep losing you.
Yeah, they're trying to say that Lowe's initiated it when really they're soliciting everything. Now if it was on the public street, or on some sort of public property where they had jurisdiction, they could. But the only thing that they could maybe do is arrest you, which was kind of like an unlawful arrest anyways, which is fruit of the poisonous tree at that point. And any kind of inventory search after that would be deemed fruit of the poisonous tree. They'd be even more trouble than they are now. So what
Yeah,
did
they knew it was an illegal arrest.
so
And
when you got to when you got through all of this with trying to get the discovery and seeing all of this, how did you find out today? Did you go to court, or did somebody call you or email you, or how did that
I
happen?
I had checked the email like at 5:20. I didn't have any emails, and then I came over to McDonald's and checked again after 6, and there was an email from the court that had on Sunday night they had already sent me a notification that I have court trial starting on Tuesday and all that. So as far as Sunday, it was still in the system that I had trial. When I got to McDonald's after 6, I checked my email again, and there was the email from the court stating that the state sent a motion for dismissal. And it was dated. I saw the time, which said like one something, but I didn't get it till after 6. And
And
they
how
had
that
and they had the PDF form of the motion sent. It said prosecutorial dismissal on the motion.
how'd you feel when you got that in the in the email? Because weren't you supposed to go to court tomorrow?
Yes, I was. I was supposed to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. Yep. So I
So how did it
kind of
feel?
felt
How did it feel getting that tonight?
it felt relieved, and also it pretty much said they didn't have 100% case to convict me on it. They weren't
Well,
100% guaranteed that they could win,
I
at
think
least
in a
in my
small town
eyes.
like that, they're trying to make sure they have a 100% sealable deal. Where here, they don't care because they've got enough cattle coming in the door that if they screw up 3 or 4 times, they don't care. They're making enough money hand over fist with the amount of people they got going in like cattle. So, but I think they just tried to more so be able to have 100% conviction. And I mean, we looked at that statute. And it was talking about public, not private property.
Hmm.
Now, the business being open may be open to public, but it's not public property.
Exactly. They needed to have an actual crime in place, and they were with the municipal ordinance. They needed permission.
Yeah, if you were at a public park or say the police station or the public library, they could have done that to you.
Yes.
But on somebody's private property, they cannot do that, and that's what the statute said. That's what we were reading. So,
And like I
but
said, they didn't have any proof other than the fact that they had a vehicle parked there. The most they could have got me on would have been abandoned vehicle. You know,
so just everybody
not
just coming
not
in.
camping, because
Every
there's nothing that says you can't have your windows covered.
All right, for all those people that are coming in, because I know people are bouncing in and out. Just want to let you know that we have Keebler here. She just got this in her email a couple hours ago. This is her case that's been dismissed for camping in prohibited area. You see, it's been signed off today, February 17th, by the prosecutor. They signed off on it. It's state motion, so she didn't have to go to court tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You can see how it was reset on the 28th to December 12th, and then finally basically dismissed on today's date because she had court tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It's a bogus, unconstitutional law that state of Texas has put in there. But at least this is the first win of the year, especially down here for us Texas folks, because we've got 4 of us, including myself, who still have pending cases criminally.
It's
So
it's a nice step in the right direction.
it is because Carolina's got some other hearings, but for next week, because they're one of them is, I think, that disorderly conduct charge or whatever they're doing. Mata's got one disorderly conduct charge. I've got a disorderly conduct charge out, and Texas Gal Audit was actually set for trial on Wednesday. But some last minute stuff came up, and they've now moved her trial date for next week. I'm not going to disclose the date yet, or what's going on, until she gives me the okay. Hopefully it works out in her benefit. And then somebody else I was following in Oklahoma and helping with, she was supposed to go to trial on February 14th. It's now been moved to May. So pushing all these is a good sign, because it tells me the prosecution is not ready for trial and don't really have a strong case. It's why things usually get moved. And I'm hoping this is the first of many cases to be dropped. And, for 2025, for all of us out there in the community, not just the Texas team. So my next question to you is, Keebler, what's the next step now that this has been dismissed?
I want to look into holding them accountable for the illegal arrest.
Okay.
Moving forward with that.
And so what we'll do is, have you reached out to CJ Grisham yet?
I sent him an email after the December court date. He didn't reply back.
Well, he probably didn't reply back because this was still a pending trial. Now that you've got grounds with this, if you want me, I'll try to reach out to him myself. I do have his number. I'll try to reach out and see if he's okay with me giving you his number, and trying to see if he'll do something for you, since you are a veteran. I know he does have priority over veterans.
Sorry.
What's going on? Who's honking? What's going on over there?
It was a truck on the highway. After the December court date, I was actually when I went to check in with the bond, they told me I couldn't check in online like I normally did. I had to call them, and they told me since I had went to my first court, I was done with the bond. And come to find out, the state refused to pursue charges on the resisting. So
because everything. Well, it's like I was telling you before. It's fruit of the poisonous tree. The minute they make this bad arrest, everything else they're going to have to throw out, because it should have never been arrested to begin with. That's why they were waiting to see what happened with this case. Because, and I'll tell you right now, had the state not dropped this, they would have thrown your ass in a sling for those other charges.
Oh, I know, but the state refused to indict after the December court date. So
hopefully this is one of many wins for 2025. It's a good thing. This is something we needed. But
I had a feeling it was going to come down to a dismissal by the state. I really did. I thought it wouldn't be until I actually showed up in court tomorrow and find out, being today was a holiday.
Yeah, I was very surprised that it's probably because of your issue getting to court. I'm pretty sure they're probably doing that so they don't have to have more reasons to be sued for having to inconvenience you, especially when they could have just reached out by email instead of making you go all the way down there to Brian. So, but yeah, great news, guys. One more free. We got 4 more to go, and hopefully anybody else that does get arrested, we can get them free from the shackles of bad cops and bad policing. Do you got anything else to say, Keebler? I'm not gonna keep the stream on very long, and I wanted to talk to you backstage anyways, so that way we can talk about maybe trying to get you some help with or try to work up a plan.
other than everybody who did subscribe to me over the last 2 months, I pretty much really appreciate it. I hit 1,000 subscribers on Saturday, and it's still climbing. So the videos are really starting to take off. Like I said, I have over 17,000 views, almost 18 on the Dirty Ass Cops. I have other ones on there. Uh, so I got a bunch coming out that has to do with different cases throughout that's going on. So and everything. And I just want to say I'm still thinking about you, Doc Danger.
Well, I will tell you guys in the chat. Do me a favor if you got. Thank you, Sigovit. He said he just. I put the link in the sidebar. So anybody that hasn't subscribed, please go there and subscribe to Keebler's channel. If you haven't looked at any of her music videos, go check them out. She creates a lot of music on using what do you use? Do you use Suno to create it or?
I use Suno. I tell Chat GPT describe what I want, and and I could probably do it on my own, but my poems ain't that great. But I tell it what I want, it creates the lyrics for me, and I put it in the Suno. So I'm straight up. I will use AI. You and some people don't like it. Some people like it, and evidently most people are enjoying it. So they're like anthems for the one A community. You know, anything. I have songs on there for Yancey. I have songs on there calling out Tim O'Hare. So, you know, anything that I see a problem with, I try to create a song for it because people will listen more when it's put to music for some reason.
Well, and I appreciate you reaching out to me so we can let everybody know that your case is dismissed. You're done with that, and maybe we can get you some help or figure out a game plan to get you a civil suit going on against the Lieutenant Dick. I mean, sorry, Johnson. Dick's another name for Johnson. I'm just saying,
It is. It is.
Lieutenant Dickhead. Um,
It would
so
be
get that and
Officer
hold him
Yancey
accountable.
and Officer Yancey and Lieutenant Johnson definitely need to be held responsible.
Well, you know what? There's another avenue I was looking at. I don't know if I mean I'll put it out there for anybody that's listening. It's something that isn't completely crazy, but um, that you could always take them to small claims court. It's only $50 to file, and you can get $20,000 out of each officer, up to $20,000, and they're not allowed to have an attorney in small claims court. So it'd be you and the cop.
I don't
I'm
think
looking
with the
into.
bond. I think with the
Just depends on
bonds.
how.
I think with their bonds that keeps them from being civil sued. Have to take their bond or
No,
get their bond removed in order.
not in small claims court. If you go after them individually, you don't go after the city. You just go after
I
them
thought that
individually.
I thought that's what their bond protected them against.
Nah, that's only if you go for a civil rights litigation, because you're not suing the city. You're suing them personally.
Huh.
You got to
Have
remember,
to look.
like I said, this is something we can talk about. It's something I've been researching, because you got to remember you've got personal damages and financial problems that arose because of this. Um, so you're not suing them for um, civil rights violations. That's a different lawsuit, which they'll just hide behind qualified immunity.
Yeah.
And if you sue them in their bond and take it to federal court, then that's going to be much more money. And it just, like I said, I've been researching, like with your shoulder, like your shoulder, your medical bills, your time that you spent
It's
in jail. On that.
mainly I get some pain in my elbow and stuff, and I get a lot of pain around my wrist area.
So
I
if
have
you
to
don't go for
exercise it and stretch it out
if
and
you
stuff.
if you don't go for their bond and you just go, I mean, you're but in all seriousness, because of your injuries that you sustained, it actually becomes a lot bigger lawsuit. I was just talking different avenues, but let me try to reach out to CJ and let him know what's going on and see if he's willing to go that avenue and see if we can't hold them accountable and get you some money in your pocket for your time, your rights being violated, and your injuries. Um, and I mean, you've got a pretty big case there. And my contact the contact that I've got through some connections, I'll reach out to them too. They actually teach pro se litigants how to take it and walk you all the way up to doing it all yourself, but they take a pretty good chunk for teaching you how to do it the first time around. Um, but I mean, that's another avenue we can. Do you have the video of the arrest or?
No, they would not send me no copies. They said
Okay,
because
well
I was
now,
pro se, I didn't get the same right.
well now
But
that
now
we're
that
now
it's
that we're done,
closed, it should it should be open
a
records.
matter. Yeah, it should be matter of public records now, right?
Mm-hmm. The case is closed, so
So
it should be open record.
let's try to see if we can't help you get all this together and try to look at some stuff and see if we can't help you get started. But yeah, like I said, you've got my number. Let's talk when I'm not live streaming and we can figure some things out to get you some help. We'll just work the connections and let you get that handled and get you with the right
And,
people so you can do what you got to do.
and again, I want to just say thank you to everybody who did the live to get me out. America First, Blue Line Watcher. She initiated a big up part of it. Carolina for doing the live. King Chow Chow for helping me to paying the bond and moving the vehicle off of the property so it wasn't towed because they did tag it to be towed. So I can't. My gratitude for them alone. You know, I can't express how much that meant to me.
And see, Grateful Dad said send them a demand letter to hold on to the video, or they'll delete it. Now I don't know about deleting it. I know they got to hold on to it for so long. This is what CJ does too. CJ will send them a demand letter. I mean, you can do it on your own if you want. I'm going to tell you right now. It's once you send a demand letter, you got to wait 6 months, or they'll settle up. If they don't settle up, then you get your right to sue letter. Then you can take that and go to the federal courts. So it is not a quick process to hold these guys accountable. So it just depends on what you want to do.
Oh, I
Um,
know.
but if Keebler,
I
if you want to
know.
reach out, if you want to reach out to me tomorrow because the weather's going to be bad over here, if you want to reach out to me tomorrow, I'll try to reach out since it'll be normal working hours tomorrow since today was a holiday, and we'll try to see if we can't at least get the ball started. And
And thank you to
you
you
know,
too for everything you helped me with over the last couple of months. If it wasn't for
yeah.
y'all, I wouldn't have made it. If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have made it to the court date in December. So thank you for that.
Well, and we appreciate your help. Like the help with the music on that video that I put in on the intro today. That was the one you and Rami helped with back in, I believe it was September, October. Popping in with your comments about, like with T Cole. And, I saw you in there the other day when I made that call to T Cole. So,
I if you notice, he did finally. He was given the runaround for the longest damn time, but then he finally said, to file a report. He did finally say to have the person send a complaint in to them and let them investigate, let them look at it.
oh, I know. And I thought I had it up on the screen. I wasn't sure if I had it up on the screen showing everybody. I was kind of trying to trying to walk him over there to get him to admit to what you were saying. That's why I was like, well, I heard this, I heard that, I heard it might be on this page, and just kind of walked him down the line. But I
Now he,
wanted to point out,
he was
to Carolina that really the only way to get their licenses put on hold or decertified is to bring up criminal charges and get them convicted. That's the only way
yeah
to.
a surefire way, yes. Other than that, it's all red tape and fight, fight, fight all the way. Because you
Yeah.
get stuff like Tico, they're not going to want to voluntarily do it. You have to force them.
Well, and I knew that we could go to the FBI, but a lot of times they don't want to deal with it, even though it's their jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
And the Texas Rangers, from what I was told, an agency has to literally reach out to them themselves to have themselves investigated. I was told that even if we tipped them off and told them what was going on and brought them evidence, that they wouldn't just go in and investigate another agency without the approval of the agency. So I mean, I'm still kind of looking at that avenue too, but I'm just trying to hold
I
these guys
think
accountable.
America First could help with that avenue because they got they and I think the Texas Rangers went in and are at least they were investigating Livingston area.
Well, I think they're just so short staffed with the Rangers. I know that like Louisville, me and Chuck Bronson were up there and investigating their officers, and we knew about the sex scandal. But I guess the chief of police, who became chief at the beginning of last year, with all the pressure we were putting on, decided to reach out to the Texas Rangers himself and have an outside agency come in, and that's where they found those 23 officers that were involved in the sex scandal ring with the massage parlor. And they finally publicized it, and since the heat was on, we backed off, and it all got exposed at the end of the day. And it's what happens when you put pressure on a department when they know you're looking into stuff and they know that you're out there filming constantly. It puts pressure at the people at the top to do something about it, so they don't get caught with their hand in the cookie jar as well, or go down with the ship because they allowed it to happen on their watch. But yeah, I'm gonna call it because I'm actually getting tired. I've been out in front of this computer for like the last 12 hours trying to get stuff down because of the holiday, or else I would have been auditing today. Weather's going to be bad the next 2 days, 3 days, so I'm not going to be able to get back out until Friday. So I'm just going to be editing this next video. But anybody have any questions, concern, bitches, moans, and gripe for Keebler? Keebler, you got anything else to say to the folks?
Uh, I saw Diesel said it was a violation of my due process, and that's what I was. If I did lose tomorrow, I was going to actually use that as a appeal process because I was refused violation of my due process on discovery.
Well, actually, I could have gotten help with that because they're in Texas criminal court procedures. It says they're not required to give it to you, which under the Constitution, it's actually um, unconstitutional with your Sixth Amendment due process.
Mm-hmm.
And they were actually hoping I was going to take it all the way, so where I could sue in a federal court for holding as a pro se litigant holding discovery evidence. But can you link my YouTube? I'm going to get going as soon as the weather is better. Sigovit, let me do this real quick. Hang on, buddy. Let me do this. We are gonna. Sorry, I have to go to different screens for this, Sigovit. So where are you, Sigovit? Go to channel activity. Okay, he's at 54 subscribers. Can you guys do me a favor and go to Sigovit and subscribe? Hey, Sigovit, by the way, I actually looked it up today. Me and Texas Gal on the fire hydrant comment when you left it on my comment section. Fire hydrant colors actually have a meaning behind them. I didn't know that. Me and Texas Gal looked that up today, and that's something I learned today. That it's each color on the top or the on top of it. If it's all red, the red means something. If it's yellow on top, yellow means something different. Blue means something different. It's the difference in pressure or not knowing what the actual pressure is um, of the pressure of the water. So that was something we learned today. So it's kind of nifty that they actually signify something. So, but I dropped the link. Go to SignalVet. He's got 54 subscribers. I see he's got here. I'm gonna put him up on the screen real quick. Keebler, just real quick, because he's been following me for a while, and I want to make sure checking out his video. I've already subscribed, as you guys can see. I'm already subscribed. I know you were just being an asshat, but I love you, brother. You're always in here. So he's got right now 25 videos, and he should have more than 54 subscribers. So make sure you guys get over there, hit subscribe. He's up in Illinois doing some good work. Boots on the ground. We need more people like this. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and turn your notification on, because you never know when he may put up a new video or go live. Same as Keebler. So make sure you guys get over there and hit those subscribe button, turn those new notification bells on. Well, Keebler, if you ain't got nothing else, darling, I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck out of here. And if you want to call me tomorrow when you're going to bed, which is about the time I wake up, I get up about 7, 8 a.m. So if you want to give me a call in the morning or just send me text, like I said, I'll try to reach out to CJ. I'll reach out to my other contacts and see if there's somebody that maybe we can get you some help and start the intent to sue letter sent over to the city attorney, and then start trying to get the discovery evidence and kind of go from there.
Will do.
All right.
All right.
So I appreciate you coming up. I appreciate you reaching out to me to give me a heads up that we got this. That you got this dismissed, and we get this covered for you.
You weren't the first one that got the news. Like I said, my good buddy over there in Florida got the news first. He was the very first one I sent the information to.
All I know is I'm the first one that covered it. That's all that matters. That I'm the first one to cover it.
He was the first one I sent the information to. Then it was King Chow Chow and you, and then I sent it out to Jamie too. Amazing Audits over there to let them know, because they were helping me and stuff.
So like I said, it's just feels good. We got all these cases that are about to go back to back to back to back. So the trial, we're all in the trial phase at this point. So I hope everything rocks smooth from here on out. March 24th is mine, so mine is not the next one. Texas Gal Audits is going to be the next one. So make sure. I'm not a very religious person, guys, but do me a favor. She is. So make sure that Keebler's prayers, send out all your prayers and love to Keebler for, she's got some good news and she's got a long journey ahead of her. Make sure you also include your prayers out to Texas Gal Audits with her case being next week. And I will update you guys on that as soon as I find out what's going on. I'm going to try to make it over to her trial to cover that. I've got to go over to the next county over. So I'm going to be working on that too. So you guys, definitely stay tuned. And, with that being said, I guess we can wrap it up. Keebler, what do you think?
I think so. Oh, and like I said, thank God too, because he always looks out for me. Always provides and looks out. There was a reason it happened. I don't know what the reason is yet, but there was a reason it happened. But I knew he would take care of things. So he always does.
So I'm going to do this real quick, guys. Do me a favor. I just dropped the Discord link. You guys can always reach me with notifications, pictures, messages, whatever through Discord. I'm always on my phone. I'm always answering Discord messages. You can go over and find me on Facebook, YouTube, email, however you need to get a hold of me or drop me anything. If you guys have got footage or anything that needs to be covered, please reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to try to cover it. I'm back out in the field constantly now, so I am hitting hard doing this full time. If you guys want to drop any money into the pay links to help with the attorney, I've got the pay links that are going through. You can also find that on the main description page. The GoFundMe, the Go Buy Me a Coffee, the Venmo, the PayPal, the Cash App, super stickers, super gifts, memberships. Most importantly, I'm actually dropping all early content on the lowest tier, so you guys can just pick up a $4.99 membership if you guys want to just get access to the early content and some other perks. Outside of that, just all the members only right now. I've got about 4 videos that are not public yet, but we'll be dropping in the next 2 weeks. I've already got them scheduled out to drop on their own, so I don't have to do with anything. Be easy with pants. I know blue jeans, black hoodie, my good old sunglasses, and my beanie, and my camera, and my tripod. That's the description. That's on every single 911 call, okay? Because that's how I go. I try to fit the part every time. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Y'all have a good night. Keebler, praise the Lord that, you got this dismissed, and carry on the good fight, and reach out to me tomorrow. I'd love to talk to you, and we'll go from there. And like HGO says, we don't stop, and we will never, ever, 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 ever stop, just like Chili says. And with that being said, I'm going to get the fuck out of here and end the live stream. See you on the next video.